Hi everyone and welcome to another lecture. In this lecture we will learn how to use the different link states. So the first thing I want you guys to do is to go to Notepad++. Let's go to contact.html and you'll see that we have three different links. One to the home page, one to the about page, and another to the contact page. So if we run this in Chrome, we'll see that we have these three links here, but they are positioned in vertical. And this is what we see usually in other websites on the web. We see the links on horizontal. So let's try to do that. And let's go to CSS. So the first thing you should do is let's create a div here, div ID, and let's call this nav, which basically stands for navigational bar with links. And let's close the div here. Okay. Let's indent this one and save this. Now let's give some properties to the ID nav or the div nav. So let's type ID nav, and here let's type, for example, border 1 pixel solid, black, semicolon, and let's give it a height of 50 pixels and a width, let's type auto, background, let's type green, background color. Okay, so save this. Let's go to contact.html, run this in Chrome. Okay, so this is what we have for now, and we have also the home page, about, contact, but they're still in vertical mode, not in horizontal. So let's go back here. Inside the nav, let's create an unordered list. Here we close the UL. And here we type LI, LI here, LI, and here instead of the BR or the line break, we close LI. Okay, so we have an ordered list with three different listed items which are links. Okay, and this is the best way to create a navigational bar with links that we see usually in other websites. Let's check out this in Chrome now. Okay, so this is what we see. So let's take these dots out, and to do that, or those bullets out, to do that, type nav space UL. Okay, so what this means is that we want to give properties to the unordered list inside the nav ID. Okay, so let's type, for example, in order to take out the bullets, we type list style type, and here we type none. Okay, and if we check and go back and run this in Chrome, you'll see that we don't have the bullets anymore. Okay, this is how we do it with the property list style type none. Now I want to give more properties, but not to the unordered list in general, but to each li. So what we do is nav ul li, okay, the full path until we reach the list. And here, let me type border 1 pixel solid black. Okay, let's just check this out and run this in Chrome. Okay, so we have the 3 borders around each link or each li. Let's give here a width as well. Let's give it a width of, let's say, 40 pixels. I think that's enough for each one. Let's refresh. No, a little bit more. Let's give it a 670 pixel. Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's go back here. And let's type, finally, display inline. What this will do is it will put all the li elements in horizontal. Okay, so let's save this. Let's go to contact.html and run this and see what happens. And there it is. Okay, perfect. So now we have a more presentable navigational bar with the 3 links to the homepage, about, and contact page. Now let's change a little bit more the colors of this, and also let's give it a fixed width to each one of them. So let's go to style.css, and let's go to first here to, let's go to width auto. Let's give it a 300 pixel. Save it. Let's check this out now. Okay, a little bit more presentable. Let's give here a padding of 3 pixel. And here, instead of green, let's give this a white, for example. Let's go back, refresh. Okay, so now we can see a little bit more clearer. And let me center all this. So what I'm going to do is in here, let me type margin 0 auto. Save this. And there it is. Okay, so now we have everything well centered. And let me give a little bit more padding to this. Ten pixels padding. Let's go back, refresh. Okay, there it is. We're gonna start now customizing the links and using the different link states. I'm gonna show you the different link states that you can give to links. There are 4 different link states that you should know, which is the link, the visited, the hover, and the active. So let's start with the link. And to do that, let's go to style.css. And here we're going to type nav, ul, li, and then a. Now, after the a, we type colon, and then we type link. Okay, now this will give the properties to the normal state of the link. For example, as soon as we open a web page, what properties do you want the user to see on a link? The first thing we should do is to take out the underline. So we type text decoration and type none. Now let's save this and let's copy this and copy here and type it here, 1, 2, and 3. Now here, instead of link, the second state is visited. Here is hover, and here is active. So these are the 4 different states of a link, and each one will have his own properties, whatever properties you wish to give them. Okay. Now the second one, let's leave text decoration none in all of them, because I don't like underline decoration for the links in any case or any state. So link would be the normal state. Visited would be the properties that you want to give for the links that were already visited by the user. The hover would be the properties that you want to give to the links when the user hovers over the link. And the active is when the user presses the link. Okay? So let's try the different states with a different property of CSS. Let's say the visited will have a color of blue. So if we go here and run these, all are in blue because already been visited. But let's go, for example, to hover. What we're going to do here is use the font weight that we didn't use yet, and this will give bold property to the link or the text. So in here we type bold. Okay, now you're gonna see that whenever I hover over any of the links, it will turn bold. Okay guys, awesome. So let's try now for the last one, which is the active, which is when I press it. Let's give it a color, let's say color red, for example. Okay, and if we go here and run it, you'll see that when I press it and leave the button press of the mouse, it will turn red. Okay, as you can see, as soon as I release the button, it will come back to the original state. Okay guys, so this is how you can give different properties or any CSS properties to different states of a link. Okay, so make sure you practice and use as many CSS properties as you can remember and test the different states with different properties of CSS and check out what will be the most cool that you wish for your website or your navigational bar. Okay, see you guys in the next lecture. Bye.